It is the backbone of how you can become successful in this economic system. We live in a capitalist system. You can hate it, you can love it. The reality is, this is what the system is. Wealth is built not through your salary, but through equity. In this capitalist society, there are two ways that you can earn money. You can earn money from your labor, or you can earn money from your capital. Your labor is your salary. This is your paycheck. You're going to work, you get paid. Very little risk. On the other side, with your capital, this is much riskier. You're investing your own money. Either you're building equity or you're buying equity. Building equity is going out and starting to invest in real estate yourself, is going out and building a business. This is the most risky, but also has some of the biggest returns. On the flip side, instead of building the equity, you can just buy the equity. This is investing your money. This is investing your money into stocks, investing your money into the real estate crowdfunding platforms, investing your money into the startups. In a capitalist system, the risk takers who win get rewarded. If you take a big risk, there's no limit to how much you can make. You can 1x, 2x, 100x your money and your return, meaning there's no limit to how much money you can make, and the more risk you take, the more calculated risk you take, the more money that you can make. Now, of course, some people get this money handed to them, some people get this money passed down to them, some people win the lottery. I'm not talking about those people. Those are the outliers, they're not the rule. For the majority of people, the way that real wealth is built, and I'm talking about real sustainable wealth, not some accidental, I threw my money into a meme stock and I turned into a millionaire overnight. The real sustainable long-term wealth is built through long-term investing for regular people. And it takes you 3 employees in order to build this business. One person's got to make it, one person's got to market it, and one person's got to handle all of your fulfillment and inventory. You have 3 people that are needed in order to build the business, and each person costs $50,000 a year in salary. Now you have to front the salary in order to do that, or you have to find a way in order to fund that. And now you have to hope that you can make enough money to pay the employees. Maybe for the first 6 months, you're not making enough money. Maybe you have to pay out of your own pocket. Maybe you have to go and get a loan. Maybe you have to go and raise money from investors and take that risk in order to be able to pay these employees. But then maybe 6 months go by and then you start to break even. You haven't made $1 yet, but your employees who are coming to work every single day are getting paid. They're coming into work and they're putting in the hours and they're getting paid. They're taking a risk that they're hoping that their company doesn't go under, but your risk is now you have a loan or you invested your own money. And so if you don't make your money back, well, that's your own money that's lost. You just lost $150,000 because you had to pay these 3 employees for the year. But maybe month 6 happens and now you start to break even. Now you can make your debt payments, you can make your investment payments, and you're able to pay the employees. You're still not making any money, but your employees are making money. Now another 12 months go by, and now you're not making $50,000 a year, you're not making $100,000 a year, but you're making $5 million a year. All those other millions of dollars are now yours because you were the one that took the risk to start this business idea. In this economic system, if you take the risk, you get the reward. Now maybe you don't like that. Maybe you get angry and you want to fight about it, but this is where you got to understand. Do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? If you want to be right and you want to argue about it, that's fine. That's completely up to you. It's a free country. Or you can understand it and you can work to be rich and learn how the system works. This is what's happening around us right now. And you can either spend your efforts trying to be right, fighting the system, or you can get rich, understanding the system, and then taking better care of yourself, your family, and your community. Not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. Okay, entrepreneurship is hard. It is very difficult. It takes a lot of stress. It takes a whole lot of different types of way of thinking. That's okay. You can still be a business owner without actually running and operating the business. How? By owning it through your capital. Taking some of the income that you're making and instead of spending it all, putting it to work. Investing this money, whether it's into the stock market, whether it's into real estate funds, whether it's into actual real estate, whether it's into startups, whether it's into cryptocurrency, whether it's into whatever type of investment that you believe in, that you understand, where now you can put your money to work. That way you can build wealth. Time has told us this, that the way it's done is through slow, long-term investing. Constantly investing a piece of your paycheck every time you get paid, and slowly doing this week after week, month after month, year after year, letting your money grow, letting your money compound, and letting your money build you wealth over long term. Because if you do this for long enough, you will be able to become very, very, very successful, but it requires you just to get started. And it does not matter how much money you're starting with, whether it's $100,000, $1,000, or $1. You need to get started, and then you got to keep learning. And then maybe you can start taking classes if you find a class that's going to help you excel at whatever it is that you want to learn more about. But this is where you have to understand how the system works. That way you can capitalize on the system, but it requires you to actually understand the system instead of just complaining about it and hating the system.